Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. This is the Disciples Podcast, episode something. Is it 4? Is it 5?
Four.
3.5?
Four.
Could be.
Four.
Yeah. Some of them have been doublers, so at this point we'll call it 4, but it's probably the 6th one. Welcome, and this week we're going to talk about some of the stuff that's been going on in the news and around the world, particularly in the US and the UK, where it's been an absolute shit show. But we're kind of used to it, right? It's normal. Top of the bill before we start, we've got Mr. Cam, SDMC Cam on the right here. Say hello, Cameron.
Hello.
We've got Spax on the left. Say hello, Marcus. And on the back of the ride, again, mate, it's like the 10th time. On the back of the ride, we have Claire. This is the first time Claire's been on the podcast. She's from sunny Northern Ireland. Say hello, Claire.
Hello.
It's it's raining here, but I'm sure it's like 34 degrees there, isn't it? Bermuda, palm trees, like that sort of thing. That's how I picture Ireland. All those happy Irish people, just passing.
They're too drunk to care.
We just get on with it.
I heard Ireland is the only country in the world that has a smaller population now than it did 200 years ago.
Yeah, I could probably well believe it.
It's madness, but you're doing good. You're doing good. Anyway, so this week we're going to talk about some serious stuff and some funny stuff. And to be honest, it's all funny, isn't it? Because why bother taking anything seriously? It's daft. We've got assassinations as the top of the bill. Let's not ignore that elephant in the room.
Let's also try not to lose our jobs.
I don't want to lose my job. But then again, I'm not a leftist, so I'm probably not gonna. Do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna laugh at someone for being murdered, for speaking, or even asking a question. It's just silly, isn't it? Like,
so we jump to the first assassination, or are we going like dating it, or are we going to like present times?
I want to go back
to older.
No, I'm gonna back there a little bit.
Abraham Lincoln.
This bullshit started a while back. But while we're talking about the first bit, we're going to ride from here up to Paleto Bay and visit the official clubhouse of our chapter. And then we'll jump into a playlist. So, yeah. Shall I lead the way? You happy?
Yeah.
Let's go ahead.
Let's go. So, yeah, first, assassinations. I mean, America has led the world in assassinations, right? This land of the free, home of the brave country. Turn right here. Sorry. They have absolutely led the world in terms of assassinations there for a while now.
Did they?
Germany?
Are they?
I know they weren't the first, but on the number of assassinations they've had, surely. Like,
if you go back, like even what the Queen Victoria, she had like 7 assassination attempts on her life.
Attempts is fine, right? But America's had how much? 2 presidents murdered. Yeah, 2 presidents murdered, 1 shot in the ear. They tried. They tried so hard to take him out. Like, can you imagine how they must be shocked? Whoever it was, whoever they are.
Shocked? Yeah, they were probably.
Whoever they are, honestly, they would have been like, oh no, failed. What happens now? Like, what? Can we try again? What happens? Can you just hide? Oh,
when you think about attempts, it's crazy how many attempts are out there. I'm sure Claire could share some of the attempts on Margaret Thatcher.
She was absolutely hated over here.
Well, I thought she gave the children school milk, or did she take it away? I can't remember. She might have took it away.
She was absolutely hated.
Yeah, I mean, anyway,
were they not fans of milk?
Pardon me. Well, Irish people use milk bottles for something else, don't they?
What?
What do they use it for?
They pour petrol in it.
Oh, pipe bombs, right,
Oh.
I was thinking you was going down a completely different route there. I was thinking,
straight on.
What kind of podcast is this?
Yeah, no, God. Let's not. We can't talk about Party Boys UK, right? That's off the table today. We're not going to talk about that. Fill up a milk bottle with something. I don't know what. What we're on about? Assassinations. Yeah. So
JF Kennedy.
Well, before that. Oh no, it was after that, wasn't it? Yeah, it was JFK first. Before that, there was the other guy who tried to go back to the gold standard on the money and remove
was that Abraham Lincoln?
Yeah,
remove
Abraham
the.
Lincoln.
Before that, there was another one. There's three. Then there's been another guy, because he
The
tried
guy
to
before Abraham Lincoln.
a third,
Are we
another.
putting?
He was
Wait, are we
after
putting?
Lincoln,
Are we putting?
but before Kennedy, he got murdered as well. He got shot and died.
Oh,
I don't know who that
So
is.
he tried
No,
to
no, no.
take the US out of the control of the banking institutions and put it back onto the gold standard, so the money was backed by physical gold, and it wasn't like a case of trading stocks and interests and all that. Palaver.
Okay.
And they killed him, and his vice president got the presidency and immediately reversed the decision. Shock horror. Absolute corruption. Yeah.
That's not dodgy, is it?
It's not dodgy at all. It's perfectly normal in America.
Well,
We've
America's never been dodgy, have they? They've always done everything by the book. There's never been any scandals or
I'm sure he
buildings
was
falling
very.
down, causing mass confusion and panic.
It's that song that goes like, "All my life, panic in America." Ooh. It's like, honestly, it's could not a truer word said. It's always nuts. Like they are completely under the control of who? I don't know. Is it like the Illuminati thing? Is it the whole? I don't know. People say it's the British Royal. Apparently, the corporations, the BlackRock and all that sort of stuff, are owned by the corporations that were set up by the British royal family before they allowed America to have its independence. So the accusation is that the whole independence of America is actually an illusion.
I can imagine.
They're under corporate control, and the democracy is fake, much as is in the UK, because you don't really get a say there. It doesn't matter who you vote for; they just do whatever that is they're going to do, and they just carry on, regardless.
Yeah, I mean,
You know what I mean?
the English, we have our own assassinations as well. Yeah,
Who's
Princess
been
Diana.
Ooh, controversial.
Yeah, we don't actually know that was assassination, do we?
I mean, they did get in front of her in a tunnel doing about 100 miles an hour, shining a massively bright light in the driver's eyes, and then ram them off the road. But other than that, what evidence is there?
The Queen hated her. When she.
Well, no, that's not true.
Look, just because the person who did it was found dead in the boot of his own car parked by the beach 2 days later, that doesn't mean it was dodgy. Yeah,
I think
I
the
didn't know
people
that.
loved.
Oh,
I think the people
100%.
loved Diana too much, and I think the Queen didn't like it.
Well,
And
to
I
be
think
fair,
there was
if you look
controversy
at
between her and her son as well.
do you know
wasn't it? Like,
she was
cheated on her
no,
son.
but they were getting divorced, right?
they were divorced.
They were divorced, and I think Princess Diana was about to marry Dodi Al-Fayed.
Yeah, half-caste man.
Well,
sorry,
it's not
mixed
just
race,
that.
like,
Just that.
Cancel culture.
I reiterated it. Thank you.
So their children would have been stepbrother to the royal families, to the heir to the throne of England. You see the problem?
Would they be heirs to the throne?
No, they wouldn't be heir to the throne potentially, but they would have been.
Well, unless they all died. So if they all died in a
stepbrother
massive big house fire, then
they would have
but
the
they're
same
not
mother.
in the bloodline, are they?
It's not that it was
No, they wouldn't be, but
it's not that it was a threat to succession. It was just a massively controversial thing because I think the Al-Fayeds were
a taboo. Right.
Yeah, exactly. It's not like.
But then when it came to Diane's funeral, the Queen famously bowed to her coffin, which
you got to look good, haven't you?
has ever no monarch has ever done to someone less than them. Which technically Diana was because she was not royal.
I think the chances that the Queen was behind it are very slim, people.
Because that's a massive sign of respect. If she was behind it, she wouldn't Oh yeah, they're so dodgy. If you like the whole Prince Andrew stories and files, about how he was when he lived in Buckingham Palace, it's like what the hell? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He was a pretty
I know.
He was a brute, wasn't he?
I would never gone to any of his birthday parties.
Well, it wasn't just that. So I was watching another
the kids loved
podcast
them though.
on one of the guards that used to the policemen that would guard Buckingham Palace, so they would let people in and out, and like the women he would have coming in and out was just crazy,
Oh, that's all right then.
And if but it would be like some nights because everything has to be orchestrated and organised beforehand.
Yeah, I find it worse if the school bus turned up. I mean,
I know, but you can imagine it's Buckingham Palace. Everything's got to be organised. Everything's got to be pre-approved and everything like that. He would just have whoever the bloody hell he wanted. You know what I mean? And they wouldn't say boo to a goose because it's Prince Andrew.
Sounds like a life.
It's crazy what he got away with.
Sounds like a life to live.
Before the Diana thing, there was a few others, right? So we've got the hugely controversial JFK assassination, which we're constantly teased with whenever the government wants to distract someone from what's going on in the world or the mass population, what's going on in the world. They say that, oh, we're going to release the JFK files. And then what do you get? Everything redacted and like blacked out and nothing's, it's not right. So there was him, but there was also Martin Luther King.
Yeah.
Martin Luther King.
Julius. Yeah. There was someone before him. There was Julius Caesar.
Yeah. That wasn't in America.
I mean, here too.
Yeah, he was the first president. Yeah, that makes sense.
No, it was Franz Ferdinand died in 1914, but Abraham Lincoln was in 1965. So I think he was before. He was before Gandhi. He got assassinated. Gandhi wasn't assassinated, was he?
No, Gandhi wasn't assassinated, mate. No.
Gordon Google, he was.
He wasn't. He died in a horrific dodgem accident at the Blackpool Pier. I might have made that up. I'm not 100% sure how Gandhi died. Don't know if you can tell.
But who killed JF Kennedy was Lee Harvey Oswald, wasn't it?
No. He apparently shot JF Kennedy with one bullet that went in 3 different holes and came out in 7 different pieces. But also intact.
The bending bullet.
And and then they also found it intact on the stretcher. So I don't think that's quite right. And if you look at the video, it looks like he gets shot like from 3 different angles. He might have been shot like multiple times at once. And I think Lee Harvey Oswald realised that he was the one that was supposed to get caught while the rest got away. But he was silenced immediately, wasn't he?
Yeah, there's footage of it, isn't there? He came out of the prison and he got assassinated himself. So it was like, oh.
Jack Ruby, the policeman, shot him in the stomach as he was being marched out and killed him. And then Jack Ruby was visited in his jail cell by the guy who did MK Ultra. And he went mad in his jail cell. So the accusation is now that he was poisoned with LSD. A massive dose, and he went absolutely batshit crazy, hallucinating and saying he could see demons and all sorts.
He should have used ricin.
And he died, and he couldn't stand trial. He died. So, well, it's interesting, isn't it? I don't know, man. America's nuts. I think you should probably not go there, especially not if you're going to talk about trans rights, abortion, or Christianity.
And that brings us to our next victim.
Yeah, a little bit. Is the late Charlie Kirk taken out for talking to people, giving them the chance to prove him wrong, to show him to be incorrect, or to, just have a different opinion. And
college is a scam.
Deserved murder, apparently. I don't get it.
He was loved over here, like.
Well, apparently he was massively popular with the youth. So are they talking about like students and stuff?
Oh no, like everyone. There's been not like rallies as such, but there's been like people who have been gathering around. We've got like a place called Freedom Corner. There's been
just a corner. Your freedom's limited to a corner.
It literally is.
Being chased by the cops
on a
corner. Get to this corner.
Nobody puts freedom in a corner.
It's called Freedom Corner, and everybody's just been gathering round, and
I'm led to believe that the Irish rally about anything now.
Oh yeah, like pretty much. If
McDonald's gets away the mozzarella dippers for the month, and you guys are like, no.
No, we just like ratting, so yeah.
There's a reason to basically raise arms. Get your pitchforks.
I'm sorry.
I can imagine them do a little dance on the way to the picket line.
We don't need a reason to...
The Irish dancing.
Little tune.
Keep your legs moving, lads.
Alcohol before 9 o'clock.
Keep your legs moving, lads. You don't want to get a blood clot.
They're sat there going, it's been a while since we riot. Did you hear about that Charlie Kirk? Who's he? I don't know, but we should riot about it anyway.
So there is a rat like nearly every night.
But isn't Ireland...
different things or because of him?
Oh no, different things.
The price of potatoes have gone up.
Isn't Ireland,
different
as
things.
in the Republic of Ireland, isn't the Republic of Ireland quite liberal? Like, do they not love the pride flag and stuff?
Yeah, they have different rules than what we do.
Yeah, so it must be a bit of a worrying thing having a country full of those fellas on the border.
Yeah, we would be more along the rules and stuff of England, Scotland, and Wales. But on the other hand, we do follow some of the Irish rules. It's weird.
So did you agree with everything Charlie Kirk said yourself?
I don't really know
as a female. So I'll give you one of the ones that's mostly related to yourself is the abortion. I mean, he believes that even a baby before they're born, obviously before the time where you can realistically get an abortion, I don't really know what the time period is, but he believes that life should always be given. So, for example, if say you were, raped and you were pregnant, he believes that you should give birth to that child.
That's a little bit harsh on men. Let's include the possibility that you yourself rape a man, but get pregnant from him, because, let's not assume the man's the raper here. If a lady rapes a man and gets pregnant...
Okay. Yeah. Well, no,
by accident.
Because if the lady is raping a man and gets pregnant, he's not going to have any more...
It's classed as sexual assault.
Why is the man always the raper? That's what I want to know.
I mean, if you press charges,
because it's penetration, isn't it? So in England, if it's
you're pressing charges if your wife finds
it's
out.
It's not classed as rape; it's classed as sexual assault. It's weird.
That's a fact.
Yeah, that does.
I don't know,
we
man.
talk about this in work.
Yeah. What? What do you do? Just look out on the street and go, should we rape that one?
Oh, no, she's a lawyer.
Sexual assault.
No. Like, people automatically assume that it's the fella who does the raping, but it's not really the case, because women can't.
It's not the case, is it?
Not in Ireland, anyway.
No, she wore that dress.
No, we're just absolute. Would you stop ramming into me?
Oh,
is that what the rapist said? Or is that what you said?
It's just
so
like,
Claire,
yeah.
So the scenario is, regardless of what Mad Dog has just said, you were innocently raped. You didn't enjoy it.
Innocently raped. You were innocently raped.
Yeah. I have to put all these speculations in. I don't know. Ireland's crazy. But you were innocently raped. It wasn't a fetish. You didn't want it. And
it's not innocently then, is it?
And you're now pregnant.
All right, we've got to the pregnant stage. What
Charlie believes that you should give birth. What do you think?
He believes in the sanctity of the soul. As soon as there's a life, there's a soul. That's what he thinks.
Yeah.
Even before the baby's born, it has a soul, so it shouldn't be killed. And you
can
kind
of a lot of the things he said, but that was a bit crazy.
Well, he's coming from a religious angle, isn't he? So
yeah, he's
the only
Christian,
time I believe that somebody should be entitled to an abortion, and a good few in my work have said the same thing, is if they have a disability where they can't even look after themselves, then we believe that abortion should be granted for that. But
like autism?
No, like
more meat.
Like vegetative state.
No, like
is that what you mean? Like total...
something like that.
Yeah.
Or
or like someone in a coma that's been raped.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
That can happen.
Yeah,
no, it's not disabled. You wake up.
The baby hasn't been.
They might not. You don't know.
State,
she means the child
as a disability.
She means the child would be in the vegetative
I was going to
state. If the baby was going to be born,
the child's disabled.
Yes.
I thought you meant the parents.
No, mate. No.
Because she said they wouldn't even be able to look after themselves. I'm like, well, baby wouldn't be able to look after himself, so it should be a parent.
I was like, if Stephen Hawking's like had a child at later life, and he doesn't deserve to be a dad. Like, I don't think he will. That man can do many things, but
he did have
walking and getting pregnant ain't one of them.
This is weird bounced off of Charlie Kirk, isn't it? But still,
it is.
So if the baby was like severely ill to the point where it couldn't look after itself, massively disabled, then you think it would be more cruel to keep the baby alive than to have a termination. I can see where you're coming from. The other thing is, a lot of these arguments always work in theory, but in real life, it's horrific to be in a situation where you have to give birth to a rapist child. Do you know what I mean?
Mm.
That is,
or even trying to raise it, because you can have that fear, and is he going to look like that person?
Even if you put the child up for
is he going to grow up and be a rapist?
Even if you put the child up for adoption, you still have to go through with the birth and a whole pregnancy, and that is horrific for a woman to have to go
reminder,
through.
Isn't it?
It's 9 months of hell instead of one night of terror. It's nearly a year of daily absolute terror of this thing. It's just not. I don't think it's.
Yeah.
I don't think it's acceptable.
And what about the rapist? Does he not get a say in this?
Well, he's got parental rights.
He doesn't want to be a dad.
I'll tell you what it is. He'd have to pay fucking child support. He would.
Yeah.
He would.
They've got to find the fucker first, isn't he?
Yeah, so he gets caught.
Yeah, well, if the police had been able to find him, I think the mother's finding him.
Oh,
But then again, they've got
CSA could do a lot of things, but find a rapist, I don't think it's possible.
Yeah, it's insane, isn't it? So yeah, that is one of the most controversial things that.
He said plenty of controversial things.
Yeah, that's one of the most sensitive ones, touchy ones. And
that's the one that's the gun laws as well.
What? Sorry.
Oh,
the gun laws. So
point.
he said, and I can't understand his point, like about protecting the Fifth Amendment right, where everyone should be able to bear arms, and there was quite a lot of lefties wanting to remove guns completely. He was saying, okay. So what if, a couple of people die a year? In terms of general population, it's not that much. So in theory, if a couple of people need to die every year for us to maintain that right, so be it.
I think America...
He who lives by the sword dies by the sword.
Yeah, I think America has such a big gun problem that if you had a gun amnesty and all the people who agreed to give up their arms gave them up, there would still be millions and millions and millions of people in that country who wouldn't give them
with illegal guns.
With illegal guns for, I would say, at least 100 years. When Australia got rid of its guns,
people that shouldn't have them,
exactly, and they'd be prolific, and they'd still be coming in from South America and everywhere else. So I think when Australia got rid of its guns, it had a much easier ride of it, and even there it was horrible for a while. When other countries have done it, but America, the gun amount of guns in that country is insane. So they would have the worst, maybe 10 generations after making the decision to outlaw guns. I think it's impossible for them to do it. I think logistically it's impossible for them to actually rid the country of it, because the good people who tried to do it would be so shit on by everybody who had all the guns for so long. They would not be able to stop themselves from demanding the right to have guns back. It just wouldn't.
It's got to be that thing, isn't it, where maybe even if they just lessened it, so assault rifles are no longer allowed. You can still have shotguns and fucking pistols, which give you some protection. Fair enough, nowhere near what they had before.
Ooh, that's close.
But it's still better than complete ban. But that's for them to decide. Isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Some of the details, and I don't know enough about guns, to be totally honest with you. I don't know what an AR-15 is. I kind of do, but I know it's like a semi-automatic, and it's like a 9mm weapon that can be used a lot like... It's basically a handgun, but extended.
Oh, shit.
It's a bit like a Glock. But I think, fully automatic shouldn't be legal for general population to own. But I think the biggest problem they've got seems to be the fucking rifles. So people are getting shot with rifles from 200 yards in college. Do you know what I mean? In a college campus.
Yeah.
So
well, it's one of the things, isn't it? You know, what says protect yourself about an assault rifle? You know, it's
yeah, that's it. It's silly, isn't it?
There's also a gun problem over here as well, not just America.
But anywhere there's been a conflict, there's lots of guns, right? So what did they do in Ukraine when Russia was going to invade? They started giving AK-47s to school teachers and to doctors and librarians and anybody who held a position in society, just normal folk. They started giving them AK-47s and stuff. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I think they're going to be the next ones. As soon as this conflict ends with Russia and Ukraine, then they're going to be facing a massive gun problem because everybody in Ukraine is going to be fucking armed to the teeth, right? I've made it. Yay!
That could have been the case over here with the Troubles, but it never actually came to anything.
Well, they're too happy. The Irish are just too happy, aren't they? You know.
Good Friday Agreement.
There's a bit of common sense among the Brits, you know. Not too much, but there's a bit. Winner! Yeah, so, assassination.
99er.
So, Charlie Kirk, right, might got up people's noses. Did he have the right to get up people's noses without expecting to be shot in the face or the neck? Yes.
Yeah.
I don't think anyone deserves to be shot.
No, it's ridiculous.
I've voiced their opinion.
You know, in this country, you can't even say certain things online without getting arrested and stuff like that happening to you.
Well, the only thing that I don't like is those who are online, obviously celebrating the death. Like, if you don't like someone, fair enough, but don't celebrate their death.
If you want to celebrate their death, that's up to you. But
do you know what
posting it publicly is just stupid.
It's insipid.
Yeah. They're losing their job, and then they're shocked because they're losing their job. It's just like, well, I won't want to have a company where I've got employees who are inhuman enough to celebrate someone's death.
But they're vile, these people. They're vile. These people, they call themselves liberals as well. And I'm just shocked by them every time they speak. Like, these are the people that were, like, demanding, you know, when the vaccine, they're telling that it should be mandatory. People who didn't take the fucking COVID vaccine should be rounded up and put into camps. You know, these are the same people that were saying that you should be refused a hospital bed if you have a heart attack, if you didn't get a vaccine. Hospital bed should only be given to the people who hospital bed should only be given to the people who decided they would take the vaccine. Do you know what I mean? There's that guy that's been kicked off that game show, that Jimmy Kimmel. He said all of those things. So why does he?
I don't actually know if he said anything.
Why does he deserve sympathy? Do you know what I mean?
The clip.
Is it bad? Because I watched the clip. Maybe I didn't understand what he was saying then. Because it didn't seem that bad.
In the past, he'd said all those things about the COVID people, right? And people who didn't have the vaccine, they should be turned away from hospitals. You know what I mean? They should be forced. They were basically putting people at risk, and they weren't. Not at all. You know, it's all completely false. But he said all those things. Persecuted like people for no reason. He's an absolute bully and an arsehole. So why does he deserve sympathy now? Because he said something out of line. What he said, he was more aiming it at Trump, wasn't he? To be honest with you, he's more aiming it at the government and saying that they were wrong about something. Let's have a look at it. Google it. What's the actual what's he called?
Quote Jimmy Kimmel.
Kimmel.
Let's find out. Based on Jimmy Kimmel. Oh, this is not how an adult grieves the murder. Oh, that's it. I remember now. Basically, he was talking about Trump, because Trump's best friends with Charlie Kirk, or as they say, I don't know what their friendship is, but essentially, when Charlie Kirk got assassinated, someone asked Trump how he's feeling, and all he said was, Trump turned around, was like, yeah, it's really sad, etc., etc., but we are just getting the ballroom sorted out in the White House. And so Jimmy Kimmel said, like, that's not how you mourn a friend, by renovating your ballroom.
When they go
And
to the function,
that's
though.
Yeah. But that's what I read. So that's why I was on the interpretation that it. Oh, that's why I was on the interpretation that it wasn't that bad. But I don't know. Maybe
he said more than
him.
that. He definitely said more than that.
Oh,
he did.
Maybe.
Oh, I'll find it in a minute. No, I'm too busy dodging calls.
I've got Claire here. She can't do anything. I've landed on the platform. But that's. I am reading something, but I'm not going to be distracted by the fact that I've got Claire here. We had some news loads over the weekend with the MAGA gang. Oh, go on.
Yeah, go on. So his opening quote was, where is it? So, delivering his opening monologue, the host said the MAGA gang was desperately trying to characterize this kid who murdered Charlie Kirk as anything other than one of them. This obviously the guy who murdered Charlie Kirk, who was dating a trans woman, guy, man, woman, girl thing. He's definitely a lefty. And doing everything they can to score political points from it. Cam. Moron. He also accused them of working very hard to capitalise on the murder. He then played a clip of Mr. Trump being asked about how he was holding up by a reporter 2 days after Kirk's shooting, in which the president said he was doing very good, before pivoting the subject of construction being done near the White House new ballroom. Kimmel then quipped he's at the 4th stage of grief. Construction. This is not how an adult grieves the murder of someone he calls a friend. This is how a 4-year-old mourns a goldfish. He highlighted supposed hypocrisy in how Republicans have responded to Charlie Kirk's death, saying Vice President J.D. Vance's unfounded claims that most of the lunatics in American politics today are proud members of the far left. He said that was complete bullshit. Kimmel drew attention to Capitol rioters who on January 6 wanted to hang Mr. Trump's first-term Vice President Mike Pence for certifying Joe Biden's election win, which was dodgy as fuck, by the way. He said, was the liberal left or the toothless army who stormed the Capitol on January 6th? The MAGA movement. Honestly, these people, they could argue in an empty room, couldn't they? They're just dicks. You know, I think honestly, they are just dicks. Like, so basically, he's trying to deny the fact that anybody gave a shit about Charlie Kirk. He's trying to deny that the person who shot him was a left-wing arsehole. And he's trying to deny that there was any grief. And then he's trying to just, encourage people to just have absolute scorn for the people affected by it? Like, I don't know, man. I think that he deserves everything he got. Plus, I think his show was failing anyway, you know?
Yeah, SNL is not really
I think
doing
it was
that well.
The viewing figures were just shite. But most of the left stuff's going down, isn't it? They got that The View that's getting cancelled because the figures were just absolutely awful, and they kept lying.
He's not the best. He's not the best Jimmy out there anyway.
Who's
Jimmy
the best
Fallon's
Jimmy?
much better.
Who's Jimmy Fallon?
You know who Jimmy Fallon is?
No, who's that?
He's another night show host. But he's so much better.
Oh, is he the one that takes the piss out of different people?
Yeah, not different people as in like disabled before anyone says
No, like celebrities and
special people.
yeah. No, none of that. But yeah, he's him. Yeah, he's funny. I like him.
Oh,
save me one Spax, please.
Fell off. I reckon I could have got up there, you know.
It's okay. We're okay.
You've moved the car, so I can't get in. Spax!
You can't. Oh, I didn't even know the car was important.
Yeah, I can't get
It's the door.
I can't get in.
Oh,
Oh,
it's
that's not
okay.
nice.
I'll finish him off.
Oh, but I wanted to... Oh,
Oh, yeah, damn.
greedy.
Anyway, right.
Greedy
So,
man.
cancel culture is a funny thing, isn't it? Because the left seem to be cancelling a lot of people. If you said anything at all, you were deplatformed. It's important not to give these people a voice. It's important not to do. And then this guy's been taken off of his show because he's shit, and he said all that stuff.
Right.
There's two different reasons why he got taken off. One, his show was failing.
Your ratings are bad.
They said he could be reinstated by ABC. He's only suspended. He hasn't even been fired. All he had to do was apologise and say that and make a donation to the Charlie Kirk Foundation because I thought his comments were insulting. They were using his death for political, like, narcissism, and they're probably right. So that was offered to him. He's refused. No, he's an arsehole. So
he
was taken off.
This is what
so he's taken off.
This is what
Jimmy. They said they were cancelling everybody at one point, right? All up until Trump won the election. The last 4 years of Biden, everyone was getting cancelled who spoke out, right? And they would kick people off platforms. They took Alex Jones off, remember? And they were getting people kicked off Twitter. They kicked Donald Trump off Twitter. Remember? For talking, advising people not to go to the January thing. Do not have any disorder. Do not do this, that. They actually they made them delete his tweet calling for calm, which is insane. So, the left massively censored, threatened, deplatformed, and cancelled people. And now this guy, one guy, does something wrong, and he's shit, and he shows in trouble. And all of a sudden, they're like saying, oh, this is Donald Trump's far-right fascism censorship. It wasn't even Trump's decision. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's insane.
Yeah.
They are the biggest hypocrites the world's ever seen. Everything they do, they just accuse their enemy of doing. As if people aren't going to notice. Yeah. Do you know what I mean? How stupid do they think people are? Pathetic,
long story is that Jimmy Kimmel was suspended by the ABC after pressure from the FCC, leaving everyone thinking, WTF.
Oh.
Fair enough.
Did you survive that?
Yes.
Fair play.
So,
get off me.
So so cancel culture, right? That seems to be the thing they're calling it now. But we don't know exactly what's going on with that. It's pretty nuts. I don't know if there's room for it. I find it to be distasteful. I don't think it should happen. I think they should. Oh, for fuck's sake! Stop cheating! Stop fucking cheating! Stay where you're meant to be. Bunch of shit. Honestly, Claire, go on. Get yourself a professor. I don't believe in it. What do you think? Cancel culture. Do you think it's right? Do you think it's distasteful?
No, I don't get me wrong. There are things you shouldn't say and things you know what I mean. Like there's a limit to joking. And at work we're very much like banter is great, but you got to look at it if someone's it's hard because like a joke's a joke, right? And you upset someone, and people feel like they're offended, and I don't know. It's a scary world because I like making jokes about anything, and I don't mind people making jokes about anything to do with me, right? Regardless, like of whatever it is. But then other people aren't the same, and it's like, do we have to?
Well, it's one of them, isn't it? It's so cancel culture as a whole. There are very small good sides to it, but there is so largely bad and so largely popular sides that are bad. Like for instance, if someone started going all over social media, saying that I think we should start eating babies and started trying to convince people that was a good idea, and then a whole group of people cancelled him. That's a brilliant thing.
But that's a policy I can finally get behind, Cam.
Exactly, but
we need to eat more babies.
The majority of it is just full of people saying something that something that's upsetting a group of people, and then everyone jumps on board because they feel, what they said is right, and I don't upset that person, so I'll agree. You know, it's a bit like
the one thing I don't believe in
fucking mind
is if I was 16 years old and I spouted some nonsense on Twitter,
historical tweets,
regarding disabled people, gay people, anything like that.
Disabled
and then
people.
I'm in a like the public figure. I'm an actor or whatever. You know, it happened to a lot of people. And then they come back. Yeah, they come back and then like they start digging it up, saying, "Well, a shame on you for saying things like this." It's like I was 16.
Can you imagine losing your job?
I'm not
Can you
the
imagine if
same
you got
person.
hauled into HR at work, sat down, and said, "We're going to have to sack you because you said that this was a man in a dress instead of the woman that this man in the dress actually is." You'd be like,
"What is that?
It's a bus for some reason." Yeah, yeah. You get sacked, but it was 20 years ago. Do you know what I mean? Like, really?
Yeah.
I agree. That is.
Yeah.
Well, could you imagine how bad it would be if like your WhatsApp messages got publicised?
Yeah.
Like, I know for sure that I'm going. Yeah, I know for sure that I'm going. You know,
straight to
I've been in a lot of trouble. Yeah, probably. Especially in the UK. You know.
Oh mate,
if I do a bloody Tupac song quote, I'll probably go to prison. Yeah, it's one of them.
But at the same time, I don't want to sit there and just agree with things for the fact that in fear that I'm going to get cancelled or something's wrong. Like if I turn around and say, no, I believe there is only two genders, there's male and there's female, I should have the right to do that. If someone turns around and says, no, you've got to call me by my rightful pronouns, which is them, I'm going to turn around and say, no.
If someone says you're misgendering,
that's my right.
Yeah, if someone says you're misgendering me, you've got the right, surely, to turn them and say, no, you're misgendering yourself.
Yeah, it's my
right.
What
I mean? That's the way I interpret the reality of the situation. I'm not moving.
They're teaching kids these things. They're teaching kids about gender equality, which is fine. But they're teaching you can have you can be a male, you can be female, whatever. It doesn't matter when you're born. Your sex doesn't define who you are. If you want to be a female when you're older, you can be a female when you're older. And I'm like, why are we teaching these things?
Poison. It's the destruction of society.
Because a little boy's going to grow up thinking he's a woman, and then in the end get depressed later on in life that you can't be pregnant or you can't have a baby, you can't fulfill motherhood, and in the end that's just going to put a damper on his whole life.
Going into the house, can't you just say like, "Why are you crying?" He'd be like, "I parallel parked the car first try." He'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry." You know what I mean? It's such a burden.
I can't multitask.
Such a burden. Yeah.
Oh, dear. But it's true. Like
someone asked me,
my teacher said something to me, and I listened to the whole thing.
Blockers, what are they called?
Someone asked me what was wrong, and I actually told them. No, God's sake.
But that's what leads to some kids getting confused and then taking puberty blockers, and then 15, 16 years down the line, they realise, oh no, I changed my mind now, and they can't. It's too late.
Yeah, no, I agree. What are we doing here, by the way?
So the plan is to get to the middle, get on a rocket, and kill the enemy.
Okay, so if I'm down here, does it mean I'm out?
Get on a rocket? What do you mean get on a rocket?
Can I restart?
Sorry, pick up a rocket launcher is what I meant.
Oh, I am so confused.
I fell down. I'm guessing I'm out.
Yeah,
if you can get back up again.
No, I mean when I fell down, I mean I'm out of the map.
Oh, then no, you're buggered.
You got to drive around the wall. Drive around the wall. It is.
Well, yeah. I didn't know that. They should give a description before you go into it. But anyway, that's so that there's loads of things like that I believe in. I think one of the ones Charlie Kirk believed in was is it DUI when businesses are employing people because say for example they have to. They got, 100% staff, but they need to have 50% black, 50% white. They won't employ any more white people until they've fulfilled the full black people. So he was saying that if it comes to a pilot, and he said if the pilot was black, he would be like, oh, well, I hope he's trained. I hope he has a license. And the argument is because he could have got the job, not because he was good at the job, but just because he's black, thanks to DUI or whatever it is.
DEI.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, so,
diversity.
I don't know.
No, listen. Okay. It's diversity, equity, and inclusion. DEI.
Yeah.
So
DEI. So there you go.
It's only fair if everybody gets to fly the plane.
Yeah.
Even
exactly that. But
yeah,
there could be people that go to university. They go to university to get a doctorate and stuff like that, and they can, they apply to be going to the NHS or whatever, and then they get turned down because they're not black or they're not Chinese or they're not female or.
I don't think they write that in the letter. I don't say sorry. You're just a shade too
No, they're
light. You
not. They
missed the
don't say
cut.
that. They won't say that. But there's actually a proven fact that in the fire service, when they put are you straight, bi, gay, or whatever, if you tick gay, you could get fast tracked because they want more gay people in the
No,
industry.
I bet they do.
Yeah. No, I said firefighter, not sailor.
So my opinion of firemen is like men with mustaches and like getting all sweaty. You know what I mean? I can imagine that being absolute heaven for the
But what do
young
you
men of the
guys think of
Christian
DEI?
Association.
What do you guys think of DEI?
It's stupid. It is stupid, isn't it? Like it's just not common sense. Like you hire
I get
the
the
best person.
concept though, because it stops, systemic racism if there is any.
It causes
in that particular field.
It causes racism. It causes racism
causes
because
positive racism,
it causes
Is
negative.
there such thing as
discrimination? Sorry,
no,
positive discrimination.
It's not. It's not. Listen, if you work in an organisation and someone gets hired because of their skin colour, and they're useless compared to somebody who could have been hired, right? Instead of because they didn't hire the best person or the person that the team needs the most, like the most skilled person, if they hire someone who's shit, but it fills in a DEI slot and gives the business that fucking statistic that they want, then the people who work with that person, they're going to have a massively negative opinion of people of that race. So it causes negative racism. You're going to say this stupid. It will, because people are like that. They are. You know what I mean? They're going to say negative things about that person. And they're going to say you only got the job because he's black or Chinese or gay or Inuit.
Yeah.
Living
Inuit.
Yeah, I get your point.
You know what I mean? Cultural specific. But they're going to say shit things about them because that person probably shouldn't be there. They're out of their depth and they get that. People don't not notice that. People notice that straight away. You know what I mean? They notice that someone's not as good as they should be to be in that position. But of course, if you find the best person turns out to be a gay Chinese Eskimo, do you know what I mean? Then you've won the lottery, haven't you, as a company? You're fantastic, great, that helps. But don't hire someone who's not as good. Like, don't turn away. Why would you run a business and turn away the talent in order to hire the people who aren't as good or can't offer you? That's not going to give your business the security it needs for all of its staff, the safety it needs. It doesn't give them the cost effectiveness it needs, and it doesn't give them the chance of success that it needs. So, like, it's not even fair on the business to push rules like that. So, who's going to benefit? Who benefits?
The company don't benefit, but
the company doesn't benefit. The workforce doesn't benefit. Yeah, so it's insane, literally, by definition. It's not the same thing to do. You're putting.
Yeah, I mean, if they've worked for it and they deserve it just as much, and I'm like, yeah,
exactly.
Cool.
But to put a meaningless statistic ahead of the health of the company, the talent in the business, and the team that they have to work with is insane. And if you're not strong enough to say that, you don't belong in a position of leadership, you don't belong in politics, and you certainly don't belong in being fucking Prime Minister. Do you know what I mean? If you're not strong enough to say the truth, because it's inconvenient and it might make people feel a little bit like, oh, that's awkward. If you're not strong enough, then you shouldn't be in that position.
If any of us are killed by the end of this session, we know why.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, I'm not feeling suicidal at all. I'm very happy.
I'm actually okay. I've got a loving wife. I'm in a loving family. I have no reason to commit suicide.
Oh Christ! Well, man, honestly though, it's just daft. I know I sound a little bit but this is where I feel that people are pushed this way politically these days, and I don't know how accidental that is. I think they come out with the biggest load of tripe they can, and the most obviously stupid things to do, and the most unfair policies, and they cause this frustration in people, and I think it's on purpose, so that they push us to the point where we're this angry and frustrated, and they want us here, so it's not an accident. They're not incompetent. I think we've been bounced into this position by the politics, and what's the plan? That's what I'm curious about. Did anyone see Trump's state visit? So Trump's had a second state visit.
I heard it was a success. I know Sadiq Khan wasn't invited.
Apparently he's a DAI hire as well. But the funny thing with Sadiq Khan is, he's elected by a massively Muslim population, so the result of immigration has changed. Well, everything really, isn't it?
Well, it's mayor of London, isn't it?
Well, if we're, should we discuss the thing, the march that happened in London? I think it was last week, Saturday.
Last week, yeah, a couple of million
over 2
people.
million, people that joined in. There was two going on. There was one about the immigration, and then there was something else going on as well. But where are your thoughts with this mass immigration, Islamic immigration?
We don't really hear much about England over here.
No, well, because they've got to go past England to get to you.
Yeah, I think that's an extra sea.
You're talking about,
I'm not sure those little dinghies can get quite that far from France. You know what I mean? Get across the channel. That's about it.
Yeah.
Sailing all up the bloody west coast of England and then across the Irish Sea. Don't think so. We're like a shield. We're like a shield for you. Your beautiful way of life is down to our sacrifice. Yeah. You're very welcome.
We helped you during when the Vikings came, and we're helping you now when the Islamic comes.
Oh, we appreciate every single bit of it. We may not show up, but we do.
We'll stop all that innocent rape.
There's a new statistic that we've now reached the mass of 32,000.
I fell down the hole because, bro.
32,000 immigrants have now landed in the country.
It's quite a lot, isn't it? There's more than that, though.
32,000.
There's definitely been more than that, mate.
No, that is the statistics from Keir Starmer himself. Yeah, 32,000.
Okay, there's definitely been more than that. Is it this year or this month?
This year. I mean, 32,000 in 1 month is crazy, right?
I think it's a couple of 100,000, you know.
Yeah. So when it comes to immigration, I believe that a lot of countries has to prosper from immigrations through the time, like United States, Sweden, UK, Switzerland, Canada. However, I just think...
Okay, Swax. 50,271 people have been confirmed to have made the crossing since July.
Bloody hell. How many dinghies?
That's the thing. The dinghies get loaded onto lorries and sent back to France.
Well, it's like being at a water park, isn't it?
It's a supply chain, yeah. They just gather up all the little rings.
Wait for your rubber ring to come back.
Yeah, I saw that. There's a guy followed them. So they got rounded up by the police, put in this yard, tagged this thingy, and then they get loaded onto a articulated lorry. And then that lorry went straight to the port and drove through and went to France. And the lorry wasn't even taxed as well. You filmed it and then the thing. But yeah, that is a supply chain. That's exactly what a supply chain is. So
what's the benefits of them? Because they're coming from war-torn countries, as they say, right? So most of these are women and children, even though all we see is men that are fighting age.
What are they preparing for? Honestly, what are they preparing for? Like, there is something going on. Like, it is. People don't trust it. This is why.
This is where the war on our hands. People are saying,
could have insurrection.
Is it our country anymore? You know, there's a problem we've got. But they can't vote, though, can they?
They can shoot you.
No.
That's what they can do. They can run around the streets stabbing people. They can drive a van into a crowd at a Christmas party.
So basically, the great thing is they can apply for asylum, and then they get to stay in a hotel, be fed for while they wait for their case to be heard. Since there's so many cases, it's going to take, months, if not years, for them to even get their case seen. So all that time, they get to sit in a nice, lovely hotel, warm food, a comfortable bed. Of course they're going to take it,
Got you, Marcus. Yeah,
I saw that in slow motion.
Yeah, they do. Of course, they're going to take it. You know, they'd be fools not to. But also, you don't know who these people are. It's a massive problem.
Exactly.
You don't know what they're trained to do. You don't know if there's groups of them now.
Well, they're not trained to fight, that's for sure, because they're leaving their own fighting country right now.
They could be
but we don't have
fight.
their terrorist cells, you know.
They could be sleeper cells, you know, that happen. Literally, people do that. This is an open door and a
It
free
is.
invitation, and it's just suicide to let it happen. You've got people deliberately
It's
like
scary.
complaining about
and there's
it and
a
against it.
statistic saying that there's 70% chance that most of these people coming out are rapists, because none of them have respect for women.
No, that's a huge
in their culture.
It is very dangerous
And
for girls and women in these
and
times.
it's just like, as a father of 4,
Yeah.
I just think to myself, or stepfather of 3 and a father of 1, I just think to
Father of
myself,
4 now, mate.
I just think, I just think to myself, I just don't. Yeah, no, as I said, I've got nothing. I've got no issues with immigration. No issues.
If it's done the right way.
If it's done the right way, and they're contributing
safely
to the country
and you
in
guarantee
taxes, work,
as much as is practicable. You know, in my mind, the right immigrants to come into this country are the ones who wouldn't have been protesting about the march. They wouldn't have been complaining that, you know, it was, you know, actually, I don't think any, I don't know, the right people who are immigrants into this country, their instinct would have been to get a flag and join in.
What about the England flags? How many of you guys see the England flag?
That's what they should be doing. Around? They should be picking up the England flags themselves and the United Kingdom's flags themselves and joining in. They should be. They should be hanging them outside of their house. Support the country you're in, or go to the country you support. It's that simple.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
No, I know exactly what you mean.
But yeah, I like the flag thing. Raise the colours. It's cute. Isn't it? Makes the place look nice.
I mean, all the roundabouts. So I've got crosses on where I live.
I think they look great. I think they look much better. Makes you wonder.
Have you heard that? Because the council are trying to remove all the flags, right? So people are saying if you have any rubbish outside your house, you want collected by the council, just paint an England flag on it.
There was a man. He was ordered by the council to take down the England flag on his house because they said it was unsafe and he didn't have permission. Unsafe. So his house was white, so he painted a giant red cross on the front of his house instead. That's just genius. So he turned his house into a giant England flag, and everyone's just like, "Oh, well played!" like, well played.
That is just accepted it.
Yeah, you can't argue. It's his house. He can paint it however he likes. Honestly, I thought it was great. That I know it's technically a little bit, triggering to these people who just want to kneel and kiss the feet of like anyone who's got darker skin than them.
Yeah. So are we saying that Keir Starmer is behind this and he's out to ruin the country? What you know?
Yeah, I think it's a massive plot from the left.
True about him?
Well, let's go into that in a minute. Let's go into that in a second because I'm going to have to stop this recording because we've reached that time limit again, and then we'll start another part 2. It's another 2-parter. We'll be back in just a minute. Bye.